Let's find the perimeter and the area for the following figure. A trapezoid with capital B equaling 5 1/3 centimeters and little b being 3 1/4 centimeters, the height h being 2.1 millimeters and the four sides being 4.3 millimeters. We start by drawing a figure like that on the right for a trapezoid, where we have two sides that are parallel and two other sides that aren't. Let's label the four sides here. Capital B, we're going to assume means the bottom. Capital B is 5 1/3 centimeters. The top side we'll label little b is equal to 3 1/4 centimeters. The height, the left side, the height of the figure is 2.1 millimeters, and the right side is 4.3 millimeters. Before we even begin this problem, we realize that we're working with both centimeters and millimeters. And for us to find the perimeter and area, we should have this all in the same units. So, we'll use a trick that says that 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. So if we have 2.1 centimeters, that means that for us to convert this to centimeters, we'll move the decimal point 1 unit to the left to get 0.21 centimeters. So the height will represent as 0.21 centimeters. Similarly, 4.3 millimeters would be the same, moving it 1 to the left, 0.43 centimeters. So that's the numbers that we'll actually use. Let's delete our conversion formula, as well as the fact that it's 4.3 millimeters, or height is 2.1 millimeters. Let's just leave it all in centimeters now. So, now we're ready to find the perimeter and the area. And that says that to find the perimeter, for example, we're about to add the four sides together. So the perimeter is the total length of our trapezoid. So the perimeter will be 3 1/4 plus 0.43 plus 5 1/3 plus 0.21. And again, before we even do this, we should convert the fractions to decimals as well. We realize that 1/4 is the decimal equivalent to 3.25 centimeters, and 5 1/3 centimeters is equivalent to 5.3 centimeters. So let's use these decimals completely in our problem. The perimeter, therefore, will be 0.21 plus 5.3 plus 0.43 plus 3.25. And to add this up, let's add up the decimals in a vertical format. So 0.21, 5.3, 0.43, and 3.25. Add it up. 1 plus nothing is 1, plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 4 is 9, plus 1 is 11. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. And carrying the decimal point down, we get 9.19. The perimeter of this trapezoid is a total length of 9.19 centimeters. That means if we add up all four sides, the total length is 9.19 centimeters. Alright, to find the area of our trapezoid, we'll use the formula on the right. We'll erase our computation. Area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times the height of it times b1 plus b2. So we know h is 0.21, little b is our b1, 3.25, and capital B is our b2, 5.3. So to do this computation, first we'll write down the formula, and we'll write it right here. Area equals 1/2 times h times, in our case, little b plus capital B. So plugging in h, little, and capital B's into this formula will look like A equals 1/2 times 0.21 times little b is 3.25 plus, and capital B is 5.3. Let's do the computation on this to find what the area is. Using order of operations, we'll first add these two decimals together, and then multiply it by 0.21, and then multiply that by 1/2. So, in our heads, 3.25 plus 5.3, 5 plus nothing will be 5. 2 plus 3 will become 5 with a decimal point, and 5 plus 3 is 8. 3.25 plus 5.3 is 8.55. Multiplied by 0.21, and then multiply that by 1/2 for our total area. To multiply 0.21 times 8.55, we'll do the long multiplication. So 8.55 multiplied by 0.21. To multiply this, we'll multiply 1 by 8.55 and then 2 by 8.55. Add the columns up and place the correct decimal point. So 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times another 5 is 5, and 1 times 8 is 8. We'll use a 04 placeholder and multiply 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11, carry the 1. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 more is 17. Adding our columns up, 5 plus 0 is 5, 5 plus 0 is 5, 8 plus 1 is 9, 17. 17,955. Now since we have 4 numbers behind the decimal point, we'll move an imaginary decimal point from our answer 4 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 0.21 multiplied by 8.55 becomes 1.7955. Next, let's multiply that by 1/2 for our answer. To write 1/2 multiplied by this, we'll convert 1/2 to a decimal. We may recall 1/2 is the same as 0.5, and multiply that by 1.7955. Again, let's use long multiplication to find this answer. So 1.7955 multiplied by 0.5 becomes 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 2 is 27. Carry the 2. 5 times 9 is 45 plus 2 is 47. Carry the 4. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 4 is 39. Carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8. Since we now have 5 numbers behind the decimal point, we'll move the imaginary decimal point in our answer 5 times to the left, making this the answer 0.89775. That means our final answer, area, is 0.89775 square centimeters, since area is measured in square units. This says that the material inside of our trapezoid will have a total area of 0.89775 square centimeters, and the total length around the trapezoid, the perimeter, will be 9.19 centimeters. And that's our answer.